we are live. Hopefully, you guys are having a great brunch. You're doing well. And you might be maybe getting some food right now. Maybe you're wrapping some of your work day if you're on the East Coast. It's kind of winding down, getting back home maybe after some work. Or you might be starting to say, okay, I've put in the work for today and I'm going to get back to grinding, but I want to take a moment here and get things squared away with my investor focus. What am I focusing on as an investor? What am I doing as an investor? And what do things look like? Now, I have a full breakdown to share with you guys today, but at the same time, I also want to give a shout out there to Andres. Andres, I think we're gonna have a call today at 12, if I'm not mistaken. Our virtual stock trading system got super packed and we had a full session today. So if we didn't have that call, Andres, I haven't forgot about you. I want to talk. Awesome. Good afternoon. So today, if you are wrapping up your day, maybe you're finishing some of your work day, you're getting ready for moving into say, okay, it's Thursday. The markets kind of did some correcting, also some bullishness over on, for example, CTM stock. We got pulled up here, had a really big day, made some money. Things are moving in the markets. AI is moving. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. We're going to jump into our full AI stock trading system overview today. If you guys have been there, you know, if you were in it this morning, we actually had our first session of this system this morning. Now, if you might be investing in quantum, AI, maybe you're in space stocks, maybe you're looking at the golden age of data centers, or you're looking at some of the longer term slow growth stocks that you can have security around. Whatever it is, you're starting to most likely get into a position of finding where you want to invest and allocating that money towards it or focusing on it in a way that's going to multiply, making more money. And that's what we talk about on a consistent basis. So today we're going to go over the systems. I'm going to jump right in. I think it'll be really valuable if I just jump right into it. And the blue screen. Can you guys all see and hear me okay? You guys can see this blue screen right here. Let me know if that's something you can see. Cool. Awesome. So if you guys are just getting started to watch the session, it's a brunch. So it's going to be something you'll want to pay attention to, investor brunches and coffee breaks and all that. If you have kids, put them out in the backyard, turn off the Netflix. If you're getting into a position of getting ready to focus, maybe even pull out a pen and paper, because I'm going to be sharing with you guys exact systems that you'll want to most likely remember. And this video may not be on YouTube too long, so we're going to jump in here. This is the step-by-step AI stock trading system I've been using for 5+ years to pocket regular $1,000 weekly returns and pick highly profitable stocks in what we call easy profit markets, and using just 20 minutes a day on the go. Let's jump in. I'm going to get right into this. So my AI stock trading system, it works for thousands of investors and traders because it focuses on one thing: easy profit markets. These are the markets where you have a lot of value and a lot of profits. Now, if the term easy profit markets is new to you, that's okay, because I'll explain everything. An easy profit market is a vehicle where the speeds to profits are faster and your return on investment will be higher than in non-easy profit markets. This means that if you trade stocks in an easy profit market, you're going to make more money more often for less time and money invested. How many of you guys say that sounds good and that's what you're looking for, finding those easy profit markets. For staying to the end, I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to download my easy profit market ranking guide, so you'll always know the best AI stocks to invest in 2025. And on top of that, going to reveal to you our new AI system that you can at least see. You don't have to use it, but you can at least see how it performs. You don't have to use it. In fact, I would encourage you, like, we're in the phase of really seeing how good AI can get. And as these systems are developed, I want you guys to know, just because an AI tool comes out doesn't mean it's proven to work. A lot of times it means we're figuring out how it can be used. And that's what that's all about. So that's going to be a bonus we'll talk about here. And not only do you get the easy profit market, you're also going to get the opportunity to see our virtual stock trading system as well. So let me clarify. What I'm going to teach you here today is how you can turn profits from tech without a big portfolio in stocks that you don't need to stress about or risk with or guess whatsoever, but by capitalizing on the profitable boom of AI. Here's the process. Finding profitable AI stocks you add to your watch list. Identify when stocks have become undervalued, virtually on the go, and then enter on the low and sell high for a premium payday each and every month. So here's the S&P 500. You got 8% returns. $5,000 invested, be about $400 returned. Whereas in AI in tech, I don't know if you guys can see the full number there. I might have to move my face a little bit. This is a sample position here that I had in NVIDIA, where rather than getting those 8% returns, we made 1,800% in the same amount of time. The trader of this AI stock found our analysis of the company, took up the opportunity to enter a position, and then watched as billions in volume flocked to the stock and grew their position before cashing out. So if you're here, you're maybe getting a snack, getting a piece of food and eating while you're watching this, I don't know. If you're there looking at this return, you're probably saying, all right, S&P 500, even if it crushed it, 58%, it's still not even close to the returns seen from investing in AI companies. So that's what I'm here to share with you guys. So there's no fancy indicator. There's no big news catalysts, no complicated analysis strategy. Just an AI stock with an undervalued status and a proven strategy to generate a return. I've heard people say, Will, there's capital gains tax. When I'm making money, I got to pay capital gains that I have to pay on these profits. What about, if I'm making more money, what does that mean for me? Well, there is, and most people don't know how to bypass them. And that's something that I will show you guys how to do. But on top of that, that's a good problem to have, isn't it? Isn't that a good problem? I'm making so much money. What am I going to do? That's a pretty good problem to have. Over the next few minutes, you'll learn how to identify hundreds of undervalued stocks throughout the tech sector and dozens of great deals ready to buy. If you've been around stocks for any amount of time, you might just say to yourself, Will, what you just showed me, it's just normal value-based trading. I already understand this. What's so different? Well, I'm glad that you asked. In a nutshell, this is just value-based trading, which is why anyone can do it, and it's so simple. But the key to what I'll be teaching you guys today here is to do it in the right markets. So what are the right markets? So here's the deal. Not all markets are created equal. Think about your situation. Some markets that you invest in are large indexes, have very low and slow moves, and are dragged down with diminishing returns. How many of you guys are not fully convinced by investing in these large indexes or mutual funds and how the returns are diminishing? And you think there could be a better solution. Well, in other markets, which I'm going to show you here, the profits are higher and there are a lot of new technologies and market cap saturation is far less. Now, there's this common misconception that if you're investing in companies that are in tech, it's a bubble. Like everything's going up in value, but what's demonstrating that value and everything's going to crash or whatever. How many of you guys have ever thought that? Tech is a bubble. You look at a new tech company and you're like, the valuations are just insane. It happens. I totally get it. It does happen. But for the most part, the bubble is non-existent in technology because a lot of these companies are just creating more and more value. And as this is a brunch, I'm going to actually eat some food here with you guys. And shout out to Tammy.
You don't have to.
My wife Tammy for the brunch. I love it. So if you're trying to make money in it as an investor or an entrepreneur in a non-easy profit market, you're 100% working harder than you have to and probably not getting the results that you want. Can you feel it? How many of you guys want like a better solution to like just investing in mutual funds or index funds or getting into your trades and guessing and then maybe having fear of missing out or what have you? It's really good. Great food. Here's how I learned this. Now, this markets that I actually help in and coach have definitely grown. Nowadays, it's not just tech or oil and energy or AI driven. You know, we're in space tech, we're in quantum computing, we're in nuclear even, we're in aviation. You know, there's a lot of different industries that I coach nowadays and that I work with investors on in helping them really vet out and find valuable opportunities. And this process gives me a boots on the ground approach. And I started paying attention to my investor success and found something that I didn't expect. Are you guys ready? Can I share with you guys what I found from all the investors that I work with? I had like 4 or 5 calls today where I was talking with investors, like consulting clients, but also stockmates, people that are in stockmates that are in our daily live trading. We have daily live sessions. I talk with dozens of investors almost every single day. Can I share with you guys what it is? You're like, yeah, Will. Share it. Go, Will, before it's too late. So, one week, I would get picked up by a guy in a nice BMW with a stock strategy that was in AI, investing in AI companies, making like 5 to 10 trades per month. The next week, I get picked up by a guy pouring his money into index funds, driving a beat up minivan. Most people tend to think that the guy that's pouring money into index funds might be better off growing faster and bigger than the guy buying AI and tech. How many of you guys have heard it? Buy index funds. That's the only way. How many of you guys have heard the term, don't put all your eggs in one basket? What if I told you that that's exactly what the best investors do? So it's not what I found. What I found is that, what I mean by not what I found is I didn't find that the person that's just buying index funds was better off. What I found and what mattered most was their diversified portfolio, financial stowaway, or it wasn't their diversification. It wasn't how much money they saved or how much money they were even making. The number one thing that was leading to success was the market that they focused on. And all the other stuff like the money they made and the returns would follow. So that could be great news for you. Many investors, they burn out not because they lack discipline, but because they waste time in the markets with no edge. So if you're struggling or wondering how to get quick cash from tech, being here today will show you why things might not be working and exactly what you can do about it. Now, before I continue, you guys should know when I say quick cash, I don't mean this is going to get you rich quick. That's not what I mean. I actually want to differentiate because that's not how we principle-based invest at all. That's why we do daily live trading and not something that's like, once you get this, you have all the money in the world. We don't do that. What we do, because that's what most people sell you. This stock's going to the moon. All you need to buy is this stock, you'll be rich, whatever. I don't know what they say. Is that what they say? But the reality is that investing, you're going to win more if you have principle-based approach, and like quote unquote quick cash from tech might be more feasible in AI and in these markets. But the goal, that's why we do daily live trading, because you slowly build your character, you slowly build the habits, you slowly become a better investor. And maybe some of you faster than others because you make connections and I don't mean network connections. I mean like you connect the dots on all the things that go into analyzing a company. And success is right there within reach. So that's going to lead us into, you just have to make the small adjustments that most people never really tell you about. So if there's one thing from this video I want you to take away, it's not you, it's not the strategies you've learned that's keeping you from making extra money, quitting your job, or adding another $5,000 a month to your portfolio. It's your market. So write this down. The market you choose to invest in will make you more money than the smartest strategy without it. So this is a moment that I had. Let's just agree at this moment. You and your results are not congruent always with your skill, but that they are based on the market you invest in. Some markets will make you more money faster than others, and you can continue settling for average investments with little returns or follow a proven system to get results. If you get this and you really understand what I'm telling you here today, old results, bad results can disappear, and you can start getting the results that you want. Do you get it? So more importantly, will you do something with this information to start getting the results that you want? Once I realized this and I learned how to capitalize on it, things changed. The old results disappeared, making money got a whole lot easier, and stock trading has never been the same, and earnings have skyrocketed. So I want to say this. Number one, you're not alone. Number two, it's not your fault. Number three, there's a simple solution. This is what you're going to learn here today. And this is why Thomas was dead wrong and how this revelation ended up producing $8,000 for him in 2 short days. Or Chris saying that he entered a stock position in the AI markets last week and gained 16%. Or just hearing today on our call inside our virtual stock trading system that Lawrence was able to have 10,000 shares that he bought and sold today in CTM stock, but this is the trade that I actually have on my monitor right now that we entered. It was a 20% swing. He sold near the peak, so 10,000 shares at 15% or 20%. It was around a $1,500 profit today. That was just today. And so you guys, I don't even really need to go through this, but I started trading stocks in the right way in 2017. And I think people get their energy zapped by gurus on YouTube, and YouTube has a lot of stuff that tells people to invest in it, and they don't do their research, and they don't actually understand what they're buying, and they end up losing money. And I'm not here to tell you what to buy, tell you how to buy, really. I'm just here to share with you guys the strategies and principles and systems that will allow you to get repeatable results. So I've traded a lot of stocks in 6+ markets, probably more than that at this point, and I had 109% returns last year. This year, we only have about 21% return to start the year, but a big chunk of that was actually taken out from the market dip at the beginning of the year. So, I would say we're above average. We're doing good. And in 2020, I made a big decision to develop this AI stock portfolio where we're investing in AI driven companies. And that worked out really well, as I showed you guys earlier with those results. And I'm the owner of Stockmates and our new Mercatus software, and also our educational company. So, personal side, we're having lunch here, and you can see my wife. Yeah, I guess it's brunch, right? That's what it's called. Um, and on the personal side, you can see where we've lived there in Miami at the time of creating this slide. Now we're in California, about 2 hours away from Silicon Valley. How many of you guys like to travel, like to experience new foods from different countries and different cultures? That's one of my favorite things. I like to do hiking. I like to go to national parks. Like to take the family places. So I tell you that because the life that I live has allowed me to do that, and the consulting side is a piece, but the real difference is the markets that I've chosen to invest in. The market you choose to invest in will make you more money than your skill. Focusing your effort in the right market will produce better, more consistent, and faster results than going bigger and spending more. So in other words, focusing on the right market is more important than having the best skills, great analysis, great support and resistance, great financial analysis. All those things are good, but the most important thing is that you know the market you're investing in and that it's a good market, growing. So this means you can make more money by spending less money on assets to make returns, and by focusing first on specific markets and then on specific sectors in those markets. So, how many of you guys like that? Does the idea of making more money faster by investing less money in stocks sound good to you? Yes? Awesome. Seeing the comments here. Christian has been going off here on the feud there in the market. You got it's gonna kill the market, he says. BBAI with some rocket ships. I love it. I love it. Ryan says right on. Christian says yes. Enterprises says yes, sir. Let's go. Well, if that's your mindset, which I believe that's a great mindset to have, it is a learning mindset, which is a upward trajectory of growth rather than a downward spiral. So good job. But anyway, make the decision right now that you're committing to doing things differently than you've done in the past, because you've committed to the results that you want. Now imagine picking an easy profit market, identifying the most profitable path in the right sector, and putting all your effort on making money with the high growth AI stocks. These are stocks that are filled with untapped profit and returns, and where institutions will be actively buying. So write this down. Secrets to quick, regular paydays are: the markets where you can make the most money must be chocked full of businesses in the AI and technology sectors. And the markets where you can make the most money must be chocked full of institutional attracting value. The technique you'll learn today is called value unwrapping, and it can be done on your laptop or your phone or wherever you're from. So let me explain how this works. On the left side, you have an index fund. On the right side, you have AI and tech. On the left side, you might struggle with little to no pay You spend money on the index fund and you wait. On the right side, you have lots of competition. There's lots of AI companies, new AI company in defense, new AI company in software, new AI company in quantum, new AI company in space tech, new AI company in agriculture, new AI company in data centers, all these different companies, right? They're popping up every day. But there's lots of competition, there's lots of FOMO, and there's also lots of pumping. And so that causes unprofitability. So that's where there's about 10 to 20% of those AI tech companies that are in that sweet spot that could be considered for index funds that are driving not just index funds, but also the AI market. And I call that the honey hole. It's with lots of profits and where there's growing AI stocks. So there's been lots of changes in the financial industry over the past 2 years and more to come, which is why what I'm teaching you today is so important. Imagine having a strategy to select the best stocks that are chocked full of profit before deep-pocketed traders. And imagine having a step-by-step system and blueprint to follow so you can buy those stocks and sell those stocks to the richest market makers from the comfort of your phone while on vacation with your family or while traveling the world and living on your terms. That's the life that I live, and that's the life that I help others live as well. Before we continue, I want to make something clear up front. My system isn't about making the most profitable trade. How many of you guys want to make the most profitable trade? Although many of them are profitable. And here's the thing, if you're only 100% interested in the most profitable trade, the rest of this class here is not going to be for you. It might not be for you. Because what I'm going to teach you next is all about finding and making consistent trades easier. Trades you can win and profit day after day, month after month, and week after week or month after month. Even if you tried before and you failed, I'll show you exactly why my system is different and why none of Wall Street teaches this same technique. The key to success is consistency that allows you to create a portfolio profit machine so regular paydays are expected and normal. And I'm talking about the kind of consistency that allows you to quit your job, get your significant other fully on board, so you can go full-time in on the money for more money industry. This is the kind of consistency that allows you to keep your financial partners happy. And if you have them, right, if you have financial partners, they will be happy because they can make more money and before the hype hits. So how many of you guys hear this, right? Consistency plus speed is success. The AI sector isn't just any markets. It's where innovation meets profitability. It's where the specific stocks are primed for exponential growth, often overlooked until it's too late. Aha moment number 3. You only need to capitalize on the prime segment, an easy profit market, and trade just one stock a month to make a killing with this system. Most people tend to think that they need to build a fund that competes with the biggest and best institutional traders to make money. Most people think, and maybe you think this way too, that you need to learn to implement like 17 different ways to trade stocks. You need to buy an index, have it insider info or loans ready to fund all the investments. That you need $10,000, $100,000. Some people are like, I need $1 million or more to cash in that cash in your account to really cash in. That's not true. And to be frank with you, I think that's one of the hardest ways to try to be successful and see the type of triple digit annual growth rates that I've seen this past year, and it often leads to failure. So what I want you to realize is that with the right market, every month there are hidden growth stocks that are extremely set for growth ahead of the media coverage, and you only need one stock that meets your criteria to scale quick analysis into a $10,000 or more payday. Now, it depends how much you invest, but by focusing on a single high growth AI stock that fits the system's proven criteria, you eliminate distractions and amplify your returns. So, my system teaches you to get laser focused in on the right market, in the right analysis, and in that market, the buying in the right way in that market to profit. So, when you're focused in the right markets and you have the right assets and they're on the right growth trajectory, you don't need to be a trader pro. You don't need to master a complicated strategy. You don't need to frustrate yourself on analysis trying to put your money to work only to come up short. So I call this the trifecta. It's the right markets, the right assets, and the right profit opportunity. I see some people saying, yeah, coming to the market USA. Sir Sauce says, Will, do I sign up? How do I sign up? I'm going to get to it. It says, do we load up on more BBAI? I got these. You guys are in here. I love it. Yeah. So today we're in it. We are having a brunch right now. So I'm going to go over the trifecta now. I'm eating right now. When you use a trifecta and you use it to your advantage, it allows you to screw up most of what the gurus tell you that you need to learn and master. There's so much on YouTube. And you can still get profitable stocks find profitable stocks in markets and put thousands into your pocket. So let me lay this out for you. Most people buy stocks in a state of hope. This is your market. It looks like this. It's like you have the struggle of all these different stocks and you buy a bunch of them and you kind of hope, right? How many of you guys have been there? How many of you guys have like bought a bunch of stocks and been like, all right, one of them's going to be a winner? But really it turns out to, if you're lucky, like $10,000 invested, it's probably going to be around the market like $800, 8%. Now, you also might be in your market and you struggle with a good trade. So every once in a while you hit one that's a nice profit and that return turns into something like, 200 or 400%. Now, here's the thing about buying with hope, right? You can do it, or you can look at AI. AI is the single greatest opportunity to capitalize on and trade in our lifetime. And there's a layer, and I call this the wrapper. So it's kind of that value unwrapping that we're talking about. You need to remove that wrapper for your stock selection to truly succeed. Something the biggest players in the stock market rarely share with you, or even the biggest people on YouTube rarely share with you, right? A lot of it's like, this stock's going to the moon, check this one out. And I'm sure you said there's some stocks in your portfolio that are like, yeah, I'm buying this one because some guy was talking about it. And you don't want to be there, right? It's the same wrapper that small companies use with tools just like ChatGPT and that Fortune 500 companies exploit to grow their companies. Even the bank that holds your money, they realize your money is a tool and they invest it into growing companies that they do study, and it makes them more money. Companies that people work with every day, like Microsoft, ChatGPT. Tesla being wrapped by NVIDIA by TSMC, and wrapped by gold. All these things you can trace back to smaller companies and how they're connected. And I'm not saying you should buy gold, but tech, it's something that you trade. And here's the truth. The market, it doesn't reward effort. It rewards positioning. The biggest players in the stock market are already positioned perfectly, and they're capitalizing on opportunities that, well, most traders will never see. So why do companies like Microsoft or Tesla consistently start to lead in market value? And how do AI and tech stocks skyrocket before the average trader even hears about them? The answer isn't luck. It's access to the right information at the right time. How many of you guys are like, oh, if I would have known that article before it came out, look how much that thing shot that stock up. Or if I had that insight before the rest of the market realized, oh man, look how much that would have. Isn't that so cool? Like when you actually get that info and you're like, oh, I know this thing and nobody else knows it. Isn't that like the best? Now imagine if you had that access, knowing which sectors are about to explode before the news hits, grabbing profits others miss because they're focused on the wrong markets. Positioning yourself like the pros, but with none of the complexity. So this isn't about how to be in the right market. This is actually about trading in the prime segments of the market and what actually works. So the best investments over the last 100 years, we could all talk about the railroads back in the birth of modern wealth, the railroads, the trains, the oil, the industrial powers. Then you have the land, like the farmers, the real estate boom, post-war prosperity, which kind of transferred into computers. Everybody's saying go work as a internet person, a tech person. And then you have crypto, invest in crypto. You got AI, and now everybody's talking about AI. It's a once in a history shift, and it's happening right now. So rather than relying on the mediocre stocks, this system kind of pulls back the curtain and shows something different. So your portfolio might look like this. You got 500 stocks or less, 100 stocks, and 10% of them kind of carry the portfolio. This is my system, and it focuses on really filling this gap of opportunity. Explosive AI tech. So it's like 1 to 2 stocks here that already are proven in their market, and they go directly to the consumer, whether it's the business, they already have the proven track records, and they're starting to build near-term cash. And then you got AI crypto companies that are that cyclical cash flow. And then you have the long-term AI growth, the Amazons, the Nvidias, the Anthropics, and the buy and hold companies that you want to hold for a long time. And you can take a picture, screenshot it if you want. Just go ahead, you could do that. And the goal there, I mean, I think a good goal is to get to like $10,000 to $15,000 a month. Like that's when you get to that point, life, it doesn't get much better after that, but it's really good when you get to that point. And the government's clear. I can't make income claims or make promises or guarantees of success for you guys of making money for somebody that uses my system. And I'm just telling you kind of what's possible when you put in the work and you stick with it. And of course, everybody's on their own journey and they have their own money that they invest, their own risk. But the truth is, I don't know you fully or how hard you'll work. I don't know you or if you'll even follow my system. So I don't know if you'll make any money or not. And in fact, as with any investment, you could lose money. So here's what I do know. The AI industry is never easy, but with the most simple way I know how to make extra money and create sizable sums, it's trading assets in easy profit markets. So what I've been doing for years, that's what I've been doing for years, and it's what I've been teaching for years, and it's proven to work when people put in the work and work through those roadblocks that always seem to show up. So this is a transition in the training. It is a brunch here. How are you guys doing? I see a lot of, that's good. Some people are like, I got CTM, APLD, good profit for me. Awesome. Cool. All right, so you can write this down, simple systems scale, or take a screenshot. My system's broken down into 10-step repeatable processes. It's based on the trifecta of the right market, the right asset, and the right growth. And when you do that right, finding AI assets that become winners is simple. So let's dive in. Step number 1, easy profit markets. Pick the top 3 assets. My easy profit market asset selection process is based on 7 proven criteria. How to rank assets. Compare first to your current assets. Take a look at what you're currently invested in. How are those stacking up? And select your top 5 possible assets. Rank each asset based on my 7 selector points. So you got selector number 1, growth potential, that market, that stock. Selector number 2, momentum. Selector number 3, institutional backing. And selector number 4, AI relevance and innovation. Now look at this. The question is, if you could quickly and easily find the fastest to profit AI assets in the industry, and you had a simple system in place to profit and get X times profit collected every month, would you? Step number 2, easy profit markets. Find the hottest offers in those markets. What stocks are out there? This is the step where I create an AI profit path. Are you guys ready? We're going to create an AI profit path. You guys ready? How many of you guys are cool if I share with you the AI profit path here? Thanks for joining us. I see some comments here. Christian, Chris. There's a Christian and a Chris. Sir Sauce a lot. Talking AI data, tickers. You got Steve is here. Awesome commenting. So how many guys want to see it? Is that cool? Can I share with you guys my, this is the step where I create an AI profit path. Is that cool? Can we go ahead? Okay, I see George. He says, okay, let's go. Christian bought some pony. Buddha's like, let's go. All right, Christian, we're in it. Awesome. Buddha Nature says, yeah, let's do it. Okay. So that's how you're going to find ready to buy. This right here is how you'll find ready to buy AI assets that become growing stocks and crypto. The keys here are to know where smart buyers are buying, how those buyers are, or who those buyers are, and what price they are acting on. So think about it. When you know those 3 things, finding stocks that are ready to grow is simple. So if you had a system that taught you the exact strategies for investing in AI stocks before they grow and helped you act fast without the stress or confusion, and let you do it again and again to grow your portfolio, would you? So step number 3, easy profit market, picking the undervalued assets. So using that AI profit path that you just created, you'll hone in and build AI asset lists of just undervalued stocks. This is what keeps your investing risks low and what gets you a higher than normal number of winners in AI that are projected to grow as assets. So remember, you're only investing in 3 assets each month in each market, just that prime segment of each market, and that's it. Nothing complicated here or hard. Then you're going to use my profit calculator to make accurate trades that investors are already eyeing and price your entry for maximum profit with minimal risk. This is awesome. So the question is, if you could make trades perfectly priced in for that explosive growth without doing complex research, without the endless chart analysis and mediocre returns, and with little to no risk, would you? These initial steps make up the foundation of the trifecta and right market, right asset, and right profit growth. So Vish says, I used to trade options, and I lost a lot of money, but since I joined the system, I've learned things and my portfolio is increasing. It's a great one. So even while working, Will, I'm loving everything about your system. I made about 13% annually in index funds, but realized this AI tech market is new and I finally feel like I'm ahead of the game, David. Since you've learned the keys to the trifecta and 3 of the 10 steps in my AI stock trading system, I want to show you how I personally run my portfolio to maximize profits and minimize risk. So, to teach you the rest of my system, I've decided to take a little different approach because I think it will help you and it will make it easier for me to teach. So, the reason I think this will work the best is because tying the entire system together is all about creating consistent, repeatable results and eventually getting AI to do 93% of the work for you. You find the opportunities, let AI powered tools do most of the heavy lifting for you, analyzing markets, spotting undervalued assets, and streamlining decisions to stay ahead of the market. So the question is, if you could get an AI, you only pay when it makes you money and it does 93% of the work for you, would you? So here's the exciting part. That system's already in the works. I've been developing prototypes that leverage AI to take the strategies I teach and turn them into a streamlined, automated tool for investors like you. Now, it's going to be the ultimate evolution of this system right here, but even though the tool is still in early stages, you don't have to wait to start seeing the results. So many of you guys messaged me over the past few days after watching the AI stock trading system mastermind that I shared with everyone. You asked if I would make the AI stock trading system available since I've only taught it to a small select group of investors who got exclusive access. The system's been off the market for months and only a handful of people have ever had the opportunity to learn these strategies. And you heard on if you heard them on the recorded mastermind session. That makes the information that I'm about to share with you even more valuable because very, very few people even know this information and no one can normally get it right now. So after receiving an outpouring of requests, I've decided to reopen a small handful of some VIP spots. And the truth is, I wasn't planning to reopen the system and I'm only making a very small number of spots available and we're not offering it at the regular price. So normally an AI stock trading system, when it's available like this, sells for upwards of $5,000. And honestly, it's a steal at that price when you consider the ROI traders have achieved with the system. But I'm not opening these VIP spots at the regular $400 and $4,997 because I was already going to teach you everything you've already learned here today. It's not about the money, it's about you. So if you want a simple to follow step-by-step system that walks you by the hand, peels back the curtain, and shows you exactly how to leverage AI and tech markets for maximum growth and create consistent, repeatable profits with a proven process, this is for you. This is for the ambitious traders who dream of quitting the 9 to 5, building real lasting wealth through smarter investing. Or this is for new traders who want a foolproof step-by-step system to start trading on the go and with confidence. This is even for experienced and successful investors who are ready to scale and build consistent growth, whether you're working or not. Oh, and if you guys want to thank me, we have a huge no-brainer discount here on the system, but it's extremely limited. So why am I doing this? 2 reasons. First, since I was planning to record all the sessions this time and make it available to a few more people, guys, we already did the first 3 sessions. In fact, we just had our 3rd session today for about an hour and a half with all the investors and all the traders. And when we wrapped up the session, they get the replay and they already got the first 3 modules of the virtual stock trading system. So we've already gone halfway through this cohort. However, by getting in now, you still have a major advantage and an early start over everyone else. There's not always opportunities where you're in early and can take advantage of a head start, but this is one of those times. So do yourself a favor, don't miss it. Second, I know that after you follow each simple module and apply the AI stock trading system training, and market selection process, you'll start identifying high growth AI stocks just like I do. I know it'll happen because I'm going to show you exactly how we rank by profit and pick AI stocks. Now, my team and I want to partner with you and make money together, which I'm going to show you guys in a minute. But let's take a look at the AI stock trading system. Now, we already completed module 1. It's a value of $497, complete AI stock trading system. We went over a quick start guide. We went over coming up with a trading plan. We went over with how to get started, even if you're starting with a little bit or starting with a lot, but how to make more money with less trades and work less and still be on the track to scale your portfolio as a step-by-step plan. Then we had module 2, which was $997 value, picking high growth markets. We go deep. We went into the actual AI markets, which companies are in them. We went into the quantum markets, the space markets. We went into the data center markets, the biotech markets. We went through them all, and you get to master how to compare and rank those stocks based on my proven criteria. You also get to create a complete stock profit plan from the top to the bottom. And it's an AI stock selection checklist there as well. So it's about a 30-minute to 1 hour. And then module 3, today we went over finding the honey hole, market analysis, and stock pricing. In fact, what we covered specifically was how to time your entries and exits. Whether you're focusing on established AI giants like the Magnificent Seven or hidden small cap opportunities, this module helps you uncover hidden pockets of profit. So this is the most exciting module. Nobody teaches this, and you get to skip a lot of the complexity. In fact, we went over how to use the calculator, and we get to module 4. So module 4 of the AI stock trading system is that dynamic and profitable pricing. So we go even deeper on the entries and the exits, and that you can have a plan in place with this method. It is designed for you to manage your risk very, very low with maximum profits, but make sure that those are backed up by supported entries and exits based on things like catalysts, news, the financials, and everything that you can quickly uncover to make more profitable trades. Now, we also jump into module 5 here with a $997 value. You get the 7-point framework to find high growth AI stocks. So building the undervalued AI assets list, and stop wasting time on pump and dumps that you don't need. This gets results simple and fast. I won't waste your time. I'll teach you my top 5 ways to build your undervalued AI picks list fast and show you how to use AI to do it all for you. And then finally, module 6, building your explosive portfolio. How to scale for long-term success. It's a $997 value. How you get AI to do 93% of the work for you. It's not a surprise that we're just getting into the beta of a new system that's available for our virtual stock trading members. It's planned. In fact, here by module 6, which we're coming up on, you're going to get something super special that's strangely resemblant of some of the new AI tech that's coming out from some bigger institutions that they're holding privately and not available to the public of traders. And so this also includes how to have step-by-step stock analysis frameworks that you just copy and paste for consistent and repeatable results. So the AI stock trading system, you get the complete system, all 6 modules, the value of $5,482. Classes begin next Thursday. VIP reopen 75% off today, regularly $4,997. And it's yours today for just $1,297. Wait a second. We actually have a discount. So we're going to get into it. But if you go to the link, you can actually go to cash2assets.com/trade now. Cash2assets.com/trade now. And you can join in to make sure you get access in our classes next week. But before you do, I got a special discount for you. So if you use the code AI450, you're going to get $450 off. Why? Well, as I mentioned, we just got all 3 sessions recorded. So you miss out on all the value of having those conversations, the Q&As, the one-on-ones of those first 3 sessions. So in my eyes, you get to hear the conversations and get in the room and get the modules, but you don't have that live atmosphere of those first 3 modules. And I've deemed that to be worth, about $450. I'm actually offering the greatest discount on this that we've ever offered. And again, you can go to cash2assets.com/trade now. And I can just make sure here that you guys get the link here in the chat so that in case you're having trouble with it, I can get it too. Now, just so you guys know, no hassle, money back guarantee. It probably goes without saying at this point, since I'm pretty sure you know me and my sincerity by now. Those of you guys who are still on the fence, just let me reiterate, we got the no hassle. In fact, there was someone that was going through a really tough time in life. They just lost their job or something like that after they had enrolled. No problem at all. Like I said, if you don't like the color on the page, you just let me know. You owe it to yourself, though. Make this small investment, follow the system, and see for yourself what others have held back. Give me a shot. Follow the system and experience the results. Now there's another testimonial. You guys can read it. I'm going to actually make sure I get into the channel here so I can make sure that I can drop the link for you guys here. There we are. And I'm going to comment here. Here is the link, https:// it's going to be cash2assets.com/trade now. Is that right? Yep, there it is. That's the link. You can go to that link, click it. It will take you there. You can enroll. Now, David says that the course completely changed how he thinks about trading AI stocks, and he has a system that works. Now, when it comes to this results-based trading, I really do believe that, if I can help enough people get what they want, I can have everything in the world and I want. If things are working for me and I'm making money, I am committed to helping you get there because I geek out on this stuff. I'm there every day. I have daily live sessions. And wait, I thought you said, Will, that this was just on Thursday. So I'll get there in a second. Now, here's a testimonial from John saying, the step-by-step approach made everything so easy to understand. I can't believe I didn't start earlier. I've already made gains using the strategies in StockMate. You might say, Will, what do you mean the strategies in StockMate? You said it's a virtual stock trading system. We're going to get into it. But if you guys are already ready, you've seen all the system, the power of the system, and you're ready, go. It's the link below, and you'll see more details. It's the link in the chat. So I'm a basketball fanatic, and I actually, it's funny, I'll go play basketball and I'll feel like, oh, should I go play basketball? I don't know if I'm gonna do, or I have so many other things to do, and I'll tell my wife, I don't know if I should go play basketball right now, because I got to do this and that, and I should probably do this, but the guys are playing or whatever. And she'll say, when you go play basketball and you're on a team, you come back so much more team oriented, and you're more motivated, and you get to go work out and get your sweat, and it's go do basketball. Same thing is true for those of you guys that are on the fence. You're I don't know what people would think if I'm going to go invest in this system to do weekly classes with Will. guys, you get to surround yourself with like-minded people. You're going to change your whole energy. You're going to change your whole trajectory just by being here. And so, for the next 20 fast action takers, here's what we got for you. Bonus number one, 2 tickets to the AI Profit Live. You get to come hang out with me and my team here, either in Miami or California. No outside speakers, 100% content. You get 2 free tickets to AI Profit Live. Bonus number 2, you get a growth strategy call one-on-one with myself. So enjoy that. Now, bonus number 3, it's actually here. I'm actually going to show you guys. Let me share my screen here. Let's see. So let me make sure you guys can see okay. And that you can see my screen. Can you guys all see my screen okay? Cool. Everything kind of clear? You can kind of see? Cool. All right. So let me show you some of the bonuses. The first bonus you get is access to our daily live trading. If you want to see our entries and our exits, this is the place. In fact, today we were trading CTM stock, and this is the trade that we made. It was a 20% swing. As I mentioned, one of our members, Lawrence, was able to take advantage of it. 20% swing. He made about 2,000. And we set our stop loss. We made the stop loss and everything publicly available for you, along with the trade profit calculator, so you could see where to manage your risk. And we made this trade this morning. It was a 20% swing. And we make trades almost every day. Sometimes we're waiting in the market. We don't make any trade, but usually we make a trade. So you get access to daily live trading, one-on-one call with myself, and also Stockmate for 1 year. That's right. You get 1 year of daily live sessions every day, Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. Pacific time. So you got to get up early, but man, it's worth it, I would say. When it comes to the last bonus for our 20 fast action takers, guys, it's going to be our epic new software. This is our epic new software. It is called Mercatus. And essentially Mercatus, what it does, a couple things. It allows you to see different companies and how they are connected. And how this app came about actually is by looking at how AIs are predicting markets and building a tool that allows us to see how companies are connected with an interactive market network and customizable dashboards. So as this thing gets better, you get access. Now, you don't have to go through all of the watch list building and all of the financials and all the news. In fact, this system does it all for you, and it shows you how companies are connected. So if I jump in, I demo the system here, and you can see how it's like. We got our watch list there. If I go over to AI companies, for example, let's say AI companies right here. Oh, I could see Big Bear. I could see how it's connected to Palantir here. I can click on Big Bear and check this out. I can now add a future chart, and I can see what this stock is projecting in the future according to the AI model that we have selected, which is this case is ChatGPT's OpenAI, but we got other models coming like Anthropic, DeepSeek AI, Google's Gemini. And as AI gets better, so does your analysis. We could see the next month and exactly why it's projecting those numbers for the next month, exactly why it's projecting these numbers for the 6 months. And you get access to Mercatus beta access for free as a bonus when you join today. So when it comes down to what's moving in the markets and all this, you get as a bonus. Would love to have you guys there. And again, if you use the code, let me make sure you get the code here. I'm going to, the code is AI4 450. AI 450. So use code AI 450 with the link that I dropped above. And you don't have to guess of whether or not it's the right move for you, because I'll see you there. And yeah, so you can use code AI 450. And classes begin next Thursday, but you'll have immediate access to the first 3 classes. But aside from that, look for the bonuses. You get daily live trading. It doesn't matter how much time you have. Some people, they only have a few minutes each day to really be able to catch these live sessions. You could be busy, and still have the time to be in our daily live sessions. And they happen every day at Market Open. And if you have a job, people listen at their job. If you're driving to work, you can listen on the way to work. If you're a full-time trader, great. You can play it alongside to get another perspective from myself and other investors at Market Open. If you're someone that is figuring out, if it's the right time for you, if the timing's right, well, the timing is something you could always question. But here's the thing. You don't have to wonder a year from now, 3 years from now, you look back, you say, man, what if I would have done that virtual stock trading system? Done the classes, got access to the beta when it's out later this week with Will. What if I would have done that? What if I would have gone all in with Will? Well, you don't have to wonder. Now's your shot. You committed to it. Let's make it happen. All right, guys. I appreciate you all. Thanks for tuning in. Again, there's that discount in the code below. Make sure to use it if you want the discount. And the discount's there because we already have the first 3 sessions recorded. So those first 3 modules recorded. That's why the discount exists. And it's already discounted from about $4,800, which is reiterated from about a 1-year consulting thing. And we brought it down to this all compact into the 6 weeks. So you get it. And again, when you join, you also get the one-on-one call. So immediately after you join, you'll get a link to schedule a call with myself. If you want to talk one-on-one, it's there. And let's make it happen for you. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Appreciate you all. Hopefully you have a great rest of your Thursday. Thanks for joining me here at this brunch. And I'll see you guys in the next video or on the other side of the virtual stock trading system. Take care, guys. See you.